I want to be world champion, and you want to be world champion. You're not going to say anything about me, but I will say it about you. I don't accept your wins in Japan, nor should I. Referee was wearing an earpiece. Never had a weigh-in, got no commission. Everybody that came out of Japan and came over to America has got a losing record. Why? Well, I'll tell you, because the fights over here are real, and they're fixed in Japan. And you got a whole lot of run and a whole lot of money doing fake fights. That pisses me off as a fan that bought those fights and then later found out that I was buying wrestling. You know how they pulled that over in Japan, don't you? Did I ever tell you about this?
No.
So Fedor would greatly be offended if I said he had a fake fight. I have said it about CroCop, who was offended. Fury couldn't believe I say it. Wanderlei Silva couldn't even believe. That guy's crazy. The guy that's going to go over in professional wrestling will sit down in the same room as the guy who's going to put him over, and they'll work out the match. What they did in Japan, they only told one guy. So the guys that were going to win, your CroCops, your Wanderleis, your Fedors, they were never in the room when the promoter, also known as the Yakuza, also known as the Japanese Mafia, walks in the room and tells the opponent when to go down. So when the guy goes down, the winner, Wanderlei, CroCop, Fedor, just by example, really thinks they won. So they don't ever know the fix is in. And pretty soon they start to think they really can go beat 20-some guys in a row. And it also helps you on camera afterwards. Professional wrestlers are trained to do these things. They're showmen. Fighters aren't. So if you want a legitimate celebration afterwards to help keep the ruse up, so that your underground illegal gambling or whatever reason you'd fix a fight, which I'm sure it's just that very reason, so that can continue, you need it to look real. Well, the best way to make it look real is to have one of the principal participants responding to it as though it's real. So those guys, when they get their feelings hurt and got all upset with me, they didn't know. They don't know. No. Those fights are fixed. I'm not saying you're involved in a fixed fight. I'm not even saying you knew about it. In fact, I know you didn't. Because the guys who planned it know you're a dum-dum. You're a useful idiot, if you will. So they're going to let you go over and let you show your celebration and then line you up with another one and pay that guy to go down too. And that's how they did it in Pride. That is exactly how they did it. And as soon as I outed those guys, guys started coming out defending me. Gary Goodridge, Mark Coleman, Don Fry. Instantly, I had to say it first, and all those guys going, yeah, he's right, man. There's all sorts of fixed fights over there. But then you've still got these guys that got to rise to the top, the Fedors and the Wanderleis and the CroCop. And I'm really not trying to insult I'm really just telling you this story. It is insulting, but I'm just telling you the story. Those guys specifically were livid. How could he even say that? How could he try to take those moments from us? This is what happened. Those guys got paid off. The end. It's one of the reasons that Hollywood has led you to believe when we were growing up as kids that Japan had some martial arts secrets, and that's where all the greatest fighters in the world are. They're over there in Japan. But you've never seen a Japanese champion because they come through a fixed circuit. The only Japanese fighter to get over in North America, where we know it's real because of the commissions, is Yushin Okami. He's also the only fighter to never go through the Japanese circuit. He never had to go out there and take a drop kick from a guy with a referee wearing an earpiece, knowing exactly when to give the other guy the cue, whoever got paid a visit to his locker room, and tell him when to go down. That's the truth.